All right, so we're going to look at Jamboard. And while Jamboard is not available to students, so I just Googled Jamboard and now I'm going to open it. It is available to, and I click Get Started. It is available to teachers, and it's a pretty cool thing. It's much like Padlet. You can also use Google Drive, Google Slides. You can use a lot of things in lieu of Jamboard. It is not open to students because currently students can create their own and they are anonymous. Most of the things we use with Google, things are saved in our Google Vault, and we can go back and trace them and see who did what. But with Jamboard, we can't. So that is the reasoning behind blocking it for students. But once I've opened Jamboard, you can see because I'm signed into Chrome, it already signed me in. I just click that big plus sign to start a new jam. And you can see you can have multiple pages with your jam. But first of all, I'm going to title it. And we're just going to call it Cohort Practice. And click OK. So like anything else googly, you got to name it. So you can pick a background. So it can be a color. It could be dots, or if you just want, lined paper. It could be whatever you want it to be that they give you, several options. And then you have a pen where you can write. You have your eraser. You can add sticky notes, some pictures. So if I wanted to add an image, I could click here and I could search Google Images. I could upload from my device if I had one. Of course, I can go to Google Drive or Photos. So if I went here and I just typed in Google, because this is all googly, I can find the picture that I want and select it. And now I have my image. I can drag it around right here. I can delete it or duplicate it. I can rotate it if I wanted to put it in at an angle. I can resize it. All right, so I've got my image. And then the other thing is sticky notes. So this is where students, or rather not students, but other teachers could just add their little notes. So my sticky note is going to be, why not Jamboard? What else can I use? All right, and then save it. So now there's a sticky note. I could add another sticky note. Maybe I want to change the color in the sticky note. Could be maybe try using Padlet or slides or drawings and save. So you can see how the sticky notes appear. You can move them around. You can rotate them. And it's kind of like, think about it if you're at a conference and they have this big white piece of paper and you have to go put your sticky notes on it. So it's much like that. So it's a good brainstorming thing. And if you are leading a workshop and you're working with teachers, you may want to do that. So that's how you add your sticky notes. Always with 3 dots, with Google, you look for those 3 dots. That's where you can make a copy. You can download this as a PDF if you wanted to then send it to somebody else to see it as a PDF with everybody's brainstorm. Of course, you can rename it. And then to share it, just like anything else, you come up to that little share button. You can send it to people, or you can change the link so that anybody in Montgomery County could view it or edit it. And I'm going to do that as done. So that's the nit and gritty of it. I don't think I showed you how to use a pen. So if you're good with your finger, or you have a touch screen, you can use the pencil. You can use the eraser to get rid of things if you want as well. All right, and then I don't think I showed you the circle. You could, if you're wanting to maybe duplicate that and have your make kind of a a web of some sort. All right, and then it's not permanent, but if you're using it to instruct and you need to get somebody's attention, you can kind of draw their attention with the pointer. All right, and of course a text box. If you wanted a text box versus a sticky note, and you wanted to use a text box maybe to make your title, you can use that. So that is Jamboard in a nutshell.